What is up, guys? Zan from the Madden YouTube channel. And in yesterday's video, we showed you guys a tip on how to freeform over the top of press coverage using wide receivers that were on the line of scrimmage on fades and streaks. In today's video, we're going to show you guys how to user catch or jetpack, or some players call it rocket catch, even though that's not the correct animation style, against man-to-man coverage that is playing off coverage. This is a great way that you guys can keep your opponents honest down the sideline, especially if they're playing kind of clampy man coverage, backing off their players and blitzing you. This is going to give you the ability to kind of create your bigger throws down the sideline with a little bit of stick work. Now, I will say up front that quarterbacks right now in Madden Ultimate Team, frankly, they suck. They're not good. EA has designed it on purpose that they don't meet medium and deep accuracy thresholds. As a result, you are seeing a lot of man coverage because players know eventually you're going to throw an inaccurate and that man coverage is going to be close enough that it's going to be able to pick it off. So that's really frustrating right now. I know a lot of players are frustrated, myself included, by the state of passing right now at launch. Just know that if you guys are watching this later on in the year, we won't have to worry about that, or when we get to that point, you guys won't have to worry about it, because once players hit that 85 medium and deep accuracy, you won't be seeing the frequent, just poor for no reason accuracies, on top of the under pressures that we take and all the other factors that make our quarterbacks not hit throws. Right now, it is a challenge, but this is something that you will want to have in your arsenal ready to go. Now, what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be putting our outside receiver on a fade. And the reason that you guys are going to want to do this is you're going to be throwing a pass lead that is actually up and out. So once that DB gets his hips turned, you're going to throw a pass, if it's down the left sideline, to roughly 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock on the thumbstick.
Not this again.
And you are going to click onto your wide receiver and continue running that direction. And the reason that you want to do that is that it affects the DB's tracing of the player's body, at which point you'll be able to swerve back inside and make a user catch. So as you'll see right here, we're going to go ahead and let him get to that spot. We're going to swerve outside, swerve back inside, and make that catch animation. So let's go ahead and go into instant replay, and I'll show you guys what I mean. But before we do that, if you guys could do me a favor, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, drop a like, and maybe even a comment below. Let me know that you appreciate this video and helping push this video out in the YouTube algorithm. Okay, so here we are, and I'm going to leave the little camera menu on here so you can see my click on, because you're going to see a blue circle underneath Pitts' legs when I hit that click on. This will help you guys kind of understand what I'm doing. So we get into this route, and you're going to see that he's getting an outside release. We get the DB's hips turned. At this point in time, you can see that I am beginning to get my player to throw the football. So you see that I'm anticipating those hip turns. So when we throw this ball up, I'm going to zoom out here. You can see that the ball's in route, and I click on to my player, and I'm going to move back here to the quarterback's point of view. You can see right here that at this point, we're going to throw the ball. As soon as this ball comes out, I click on right away. And you see that I continue running out and up. You see that I can clearly, in the background with Pitts, steer him out and up. And the reason that I do this is that this is going to disengage him from a two-man interaction. So at this point, the DB is going to go to the ball marker, which is an up and out pass lead. At the last second, when I get a few yards away, I swerve back inside in front of him and I press Y to get the one-man catch interaction on the ball. This will take a little bit of practice, but it is something that you should add to your arsenal, and you can even start to work it against outside zones as well. So we'll throw a few more here. We're gonna throw that up and out pass lead, click on, swerve out, swerve in. Right there, I got a little bit loose. You don't necessarily want to swerve too far to the outside. You kind of want to continue running towards 11 o'clock. If you guys steer your receiver off path, you will risk not being able to get a catch animation once you steer back inside. This is part of EA's design. And also you will deal from time to time with poor accuracy for no reason. Again, when players get that 85 medium and deep accuracy, you won't have to worry about it. But again, here you see that if you do this correctly, you click on, you continue running to the same spot that you pass led towards, and when you get about 5 yards away from the reticle, you swerve back inside. It's something that will take a little bit of practice, but once you start to get it down, you will be in pretty good shape to be able to continue making those throws routinely down the field. Again, For those of you that are dealing with throwing poor accuracy, don't sweat it. It is something that is just probably the first couple weeks of Madden. And then this is going to be an amazing tip for you that will be extremely valuable against off-man coverage, as you see right there. Now, before we get into the right side of the field, I do want to say, if you guys are struggling with Madden or you just want to learn a little bit more about how the game is played, head over to my strategy website, gridirongameplans.gg. In the first week of the year, we've already put out over 50 tips between our defensive game plan, our vault updates in the month of August, and we have more offensive game plans on the way in the form of our X-Nasty offense from myself and Bobby V, as well as a U-Trips offense coming from Goose in the very near future. In fact, that may be out this very week. On top of that, you guys get access to our Discord where we have live lab sessions every week. Take advantage of that. It's a great deal. $9.95 a month unlocks the entire website. So let's go ahead and do this against zone coverage on the right side of the field. So as we talked about with the left side, you're throwing this to about 10 or 11 o'clock. You would just flip the pass lead. So this is going to be roughly to 1 or 2 o'clock on the right sideline. And again, this does work against zone as well. Now, the thing about zone is that in the event that they're putting other zones underneath, like buzz zones or cloud flats, you will need to occupy those. So there may be a component of your offense in which you need to make sure that you put somebody in the flat to make sure that they can't get underneath of the throw and apply a double coverage catch and traffic penalty to the wide receiver. We're already dealing with enough poor throws. We don't want to drop throws that are actually accurate. So make sure your route combos make sense for the zone. But again, the concept is very similar. Right there, we kind of got a racky animation, which was not ideal, but you're going to do the same mechanic. You're going to pass lead up and outside, you're going to steer up and outside, and then you're going to swerve back inside to make the catch. Right there, that wasn't great, but it was still a win for the offense. But again, it is the same concept. Now, I obviously am not as good to the right side of the field. However, it is going to be kind of the same mechanics. All of these tips are muscle memory. Again, once you can remove the random dice roll of the random inaccurates, this will be something that you can pull off in the event that you know how to isolate one-on-one throws versus zone, or rip it off to get those jetpack animations against man coverage fairly routinely. Obviously as well, there are going to be abilities in the game such as deep in, deep out that are going to help you with these user catches as well. So I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. This is something that will take a little bit of practice, maybe 5-10 minutes. Get a few reps of this in every night until you feel comfortable with it, and then add it into your offense. That way you can take those shots when you get those one-on-ones. Obviously, with this being a pretty heavy, aggressive man blitzing game, you're going to get some off coverage man with opportunities to jetpack the sidelines. You're going to get some zone coverages that are going to be a little bit softer, which you can kind of throw the ball with some decent leads and click-ons and make those animations. And you can improve your catch odds with the catch elites to kind of give yourself a boosted catch and traffic odds for those one-on-ones. But either way, I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, like I said, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you guys right back here tomorrow with our next video upload. Until then, this is Zan. Get the lab and good luck.